Hey everybody, Stig here, and I'm just bringing you round two, a little update about the Danger Ranger, aka Miss Dixie 22. So, here we go. We have given her a wash, and we have cleaned her up some, and taken care of some of the problems that we were having before. And I feel like she has come out to be just absolute little beauty. She's got some issues with her, and you know, the paint and stuff has some scratches and whatnot, but you know, she's a pretty old little truck, so that's kind of to be expected. But she came out pretty good after the wash. We didn't really wash her rims or anything, but I did do all the rest of her, and she looks pretty good. We're going to be painting the hood and doing some other stuff to her, so I'm not that worried about that. She's kind of got her cherry tomato look going on. She's kind of faded in some spots and red in others. But the back window, we got all the stickers off and we got it all cleaned up, and it just turned out wonderful. I did the silicone to seal it because, well, I mean, can't have a leaking back window, which is what I had. I threw some silicone in here to try and help that out a little bit, and threw some around the back tail light just in case that was part of the problem. I also threw a little silicone up in here because, well, the beauty of having a little truck like this, little old truck, is, well, you don't really have to worry about doing it right every time. I plan on not selling this to anybody, so that works for me, and I'm happy. Came back here, I've cleaned it up pretty good. We are gonna have to replace some taillights and stuff. We got some cracks in them and whatnot, but everything else is pretty good. The tail latch is broken, but that's normal on these, and it's real easy to use a screwdriver and get it to pop open. Another thing, I came in here and cleaned this out, which was filled. Well, not filled completely, but it had way too much freaking diff grease in it. So that was a nightmare in and of itself, dealing with that. But we got that good and clean, and give me 1 second to adjust that. I'll show you what I did on the inside here, which I personally think is kind of nifty. So here we go with the little lock, and ta-da! So in here we've got my jack, which fits quite nicely in the jack pump. This is just a pull noodle, and it just fits so perfect right there. And if you're jacking up your car and you're close to somebody else's car, you won't damage their car. Also, so this doesn't roll around or make a whole bunch of noise, I just added some pull noodles to it, and it just sits there absolutely wonderfully. And now I can use this. I had to drill a hole in it and put a little drain plug, so I made that happen there. But aside from that, it's phenomenal. Go ahead and close that. And then we're going to go on to the inside of the truck. Show you what's going on in here that I've done. So I did do a few things. We cleaned it, so that turned out pretty good with the fabrics and stuff. They actually quite nice. And yeah, she's a little 5-speed manual. This kind of spins freely, and it's kind of weird down here, but it's okay. 209,000 miles on this little thing. And like I said, because it's just my little beater truck, it doesn't really matter how I fix things. So like, we've got the back window here, and slides open, and then we've got this. It doesn't look the best, but it works, you know, and that's pretty important. The center console, this was a pretty big deal for me because this was all broken all up through here, and it was absolutely terrible. So I just took some, well, obviously some silicone, and just added it in there, and it pretty much fixed the main problems that I was having with it, which made me pretty happy about that. And that actually fits my CDs quite nicely right there. Yeah, this is for cassettes. So I got to get me a cassette so that I can have a little bin there. I'm just use it as a little backer. But most of this was the money found in the truck. Pretty interesting. And let me go ahead and put that there. But yeah, she's pretty good. She works pretty good. We got to fix a few things, but you know, all the windows work, all the lights work. She runs. I mean, you can hear her idling right there. Pretty happy about it. Radio works, and yes, I got a CD player, and it works too. So that makes me pretty happy. All in all, I think I got a pretty good buy. I didn't pay too much for it. I didn't pay too little. And, you know, I'll be able to carry my kayaks and do all the fun stuff that you could do with a truck. And, I mean, like I said, I've got plans. We're going to lower it, put rims on it. I'm going to kit it up a little bit and make it look cool. It's going to be kind of like a little sport truck. So, lots of fun to come. And lots more of adventures and stuff because now I can go more places with my kayaks. So, great talking to y'all guys. Subscribe, like, do all that stuff, and tell your friends. Y'all have a great day.